organization, guys. Every organizations, guys. Once you got your project from the client, once you got the project from the client, the development team will understand the business requirements. Then they will analyze the application. Then the development team will decide which programming language should be used to create this application, this project. Once they decide, right, they will write the code. It depends on application size, how many developers will be there. Okay. If it is small application, the team will be less. If it is huge application, big application, right, the team will be huge also. Every developer having their own laptop, okay, they will write code into in their laptop. So how to integrate all their code to the one repository? So we use the source code management tools like repository, one of the as a GitHub. Okay. Once they write their code, right, the development team will push that code to the GitHub repository. Now the code is ready. Now the code is ready. Okay. Now the code is ready in GitHub. Okay. That code will directly give to the customer? No. That code directly won't give to the customer because he can't do with anything with the code. Even he won't understand the code. So that code should be deployed in infrastructure, some server. This is the application server complex. Every organization, majorly, we have the two teams. Ops. The ops team will take the code, then build the code, then deploy the code into the server. Once they deploy the code, right, the URL will be given to the end customer. So this server is a infrastructure. Okay, in real time, right? If you want to create the infrastructure, if you want to deploy directly, we won't deploy in the live environment. It has to go through the different environments. We'll create the different environments. Like this is dev environment. This is QA environment. This is EIT environment. This is page environment, or else you can call it as a report environment. This is report environment. Okay, before deploying any applications, right, it has to pass through different environments. The operations team, who is responsible to create this complete infrastructure, the operations team has to create this infrastructure. Earlier days, guys, if you want to create any environment in traditional infrastructure creations, right, the organization, okay, will put the servers into one place. Okay, first they will order the hardware. Okay, once servers into put into one place, right, then the networking team will come and establish the networking connection. Then the storage team will come, then they will do the storage. Then the OS team will come, they will install the required OS. Okay, after that, right, the middleware team will come, they do the required configurations to deploy your application code. Many teams are there in earlier days. Once cloud comes, right, all these all these teams are gone. Nowadays, one cloud operation engineer guys will take a complete infrastructure, networking, storage, and OS, everything he will take care. Guys, are you following me? Okay. This is the infrastructure. We have to create multiple environments. Okay. We have to create the multiple environments. The operations team, once they create their environment, right, they will deploy the code into the environments. Environment is nothing but it's a set of servers. Environment is nothing but it's a set of servers. Okay, if you want to set up environment for, if you want to set up, if you want to set up environment for your applications, if you want to do it manually, we need to log in the any cloud account. Okay, nowadays we need to create the server manually. For example, the dev team, right, based on the size, we will create the environment. Based on the dev team size, application size, right, we will create the dev environment. Okay, the infrastructure, the environment will be created by the infrastructure architecture. Okay, once the application is deployed to the code is deployed to the dev environment, right, the dev environment will be tested by the dev team whether the code is working fine or not, the features, the applications, everything. Okay, whether it's working fine or not. Once they satisfy, right, the code will be deployed to the QA environment. The QA team, it's a testing team. Okay, the testing team will check the functionality of your application. Complete functionality it will check. Like, for example, For example, if our application is something, okay. Once you deploy the code, right, they will check, the testing team will check the each functionality. Okay, each functionality, how it's working, the code, the date and time, the locations, everything, each and functionality will check. If they find any bugs, right, again they will give the report to the dev team. Again, the dev team will work on that. Again, the dev team will release the code. That release, okay, the operations team will be deployed. The operations team will deploy into the dev environment. Again, the dev team will check. Again, the QA team will check. This is the process, guys. Once the dev and QA teams, organization level, if they are satisfied, right, they will deploy the code into the EAT environment, user acceptance environment. Here, right, the user also will check the application, each and every function, everything, whether it's working as he expected, okay, as he expected, it's working or not. If he is satisfied, right, then the code will be deployed to the staging environment. Staging environment, it's a like a live environment, guys, but it won't give access to the end user. Here we will check the complete load of, for example, if you take the IRCT's application for a minute, okay, lakhs of incoming requests will come to the your application. How do you manage this much load your applications? We need to create thousands of servers. Okay, we need to create the thousands of servers or hundreds of servers. Sorry, can you please someone mute it? Hello. Hello, guys.
Sir, you can also mute that person.
Who's that guy?
Mute it yourself.
Any members are? Guys, okay. The stage environment, it's similar to the production environment. To pre-check of the, before going to live, to pre-check the load. If load comes, use comes, how the servers will handle, okay, the load of application, how it will be handled, everything will be checked here in stage environment. Okay, then the load is also fine, then the user is agreeing, right, then the code will be to the production environment. It's a live environment. That means this is the live environment. The end user, who is the end user for IRCT's client? We are the end users. Whoever wants to go travel by the train, right? Those are the end users. Okay. How do you create this infrastructure? That's a matter. We have to create the multiple. We have to create multiple environments. We have to create the multiple environments. If you want to do it manually, how much effort you want to put it? How long it will take for the infrastructure creation to release your application? Did you guys understand? If you want to do it manually, okay, if you want to do it manually, this complete infrastructure creation for your application, how much effort you want to put, you have to put, how long it will take. It will take a lot of time. You need to put a lot of effort so that
ఎన్ని అంట
every cloud,
అది కూడా చిన్నది
okay, every cloud every cloud, they have introduced their own infrastructure as a code service. Okay, you want to do it manually, infrastructure creation, right? It will take a lot of time. You don't know how much servers are required. Okay, if you want to create hundreds of servers or thousands of servers, different services you have to create. Not only services, not only servers, environment is multiple services also you have to use. Okay, if you want
కొట్టినా
complete environment, it will take a lot of effort and lot of time.
వినిపించట్లే కదా
So every cloud, we have different public clouds and private clouds. Okay, like AWS, Azure, GCP, Alibaba, okay, IBM cloud, Oracle cloud, different clouds are there. These are the major cloud providers, cloud platforms. AWS, they have introduced their own infrastructure as a code service that is called CloudFormation. Azure, they have introduced their own infrastructure as a code service that is called Azure Resource Management Templates, ARMs. GCP, they have introduced their own IaaS service that is called Deployment Manager templates. What is IaaS? IaaS is nothing but infrastructure as a code. Infrastructure as a code. Infrastructure, that means complete. That means complete your IT infrastructure. Complete your IT infrastructure will be managed through the complete our IT infrastructure will be managed through the code. Why IAC? Why IAC? As you discussed, right? If you want to create your infrastructure manually, if you want to create, you need to hire a lot of teams. Okay, a lot of huge members you need to hire, and you need to put a lot of effort. And the organizations also, right? If they want to release any application, okay, very quickly, it's not possible because it will take a lot of time to create the infrastructure. It will take a lot of time to create the infrastructure. That's what nowadays every organization, they are going with the IAS.
Ravi, I have a question if I don't mind.
Yeah, sure, definitely you can ask.
So in your pipelines, generally, you don't keep your instances since everything is in the cloud. You don't build your infrastructure VMs for building the code or anything and keep it ready. Rather, you all know sometimes there could be a small feature, sometimes there could be a huge feature in the code.
Yes.
So then spinning and keeping it ready using that will be not needed. So you can write in your pipeline itself to build the EC2 instance or VM.
No. It's
dynamic.
no.
Dynamic building can be done, right? Dynamic deployment can be done, right?
Yeah, once your infrastructure code is ready, right? We can deploy through the CI/CD automation also. Okay, CI/CD tool, right? Like Jenkins. It's an open source. If you take it to Jenkins, right?
Right, Ravi. Only your Jenkins master is where you need your infrastructure. The rest of, I think you can do it dynamically, right?
Dynamically means the code deployment will be but infrastructure creation, right? You need to set up the server, right?
Server only I'm saying. If let's take the containers, Kubernetes.
Okay.
If I am managing my pod and if the pod senses that I need more pods to be deployed,
where you
create
yeah,
a node.
Yeah, 1 minute. Where you create your pod?
In the node,
right?
In the node.
Node, right? The node is server, right?
Only once you do it, right?
No. If it is a huge applications, right? Thousands of nodes. For example, you're browsing here, Google, right? How many servers, how many nodes they use, right? You know, lakhs of nodes they will create. You got my point, right?
Yeah.
Thousands of clusters they manage the Google. Thousands of clusters, Kubernetes clusters. If you want to deploy your code through pod or container everywhere, finally you need one server. You need one setup. You need some networking. You need some load balancer. You need some other monitoring part. Complete environment will be created through the infrastructure as a code. Did you got my point?
Yeah.
You can dynamically do it. What you can do, you deploy the container or something. You will package your code, okay, through container. Then you will deploy that container into some node. But the node is a server, right? Finally, you need to create your infrastructure. The EKS clusters also, everything will be managed. Any service, not only servers, okay, any resource, whatever service you are using in your cloud or customized VMware also, you can create. That is complete. That totally we call it as a infrastructure only. For example, if you want to monitor your health metrics of your server, okay, that also will be managed through the infrastructure. Complete environment setup, entire environment setup will be done through the infrastructure as a code tools. If you set up one environment here, let's understand. Okay, if you set up one environment for your code deployment, okay, for your application, okay, that is dev environment. Once it's done, if you want to do it same environment, if you want to do it manually, again you need to put same effort. Again you need to create the servers. Again you need to create the load balancers. Again you need to take the certificates. Again you need to do. If you want to do it auto scaling, you have to do it auto scaling. Okay, many services. If you want to monitor, you have to set up the thresholds. Again alarms. All these things you have to do it manually. Again, same work you are repeating. Okay, if you codified, if you code the infrastructure, no need to repeat your work. Just we'll deploy, we'll log into another account, we'll take that credentials, just we'll deploy that code. Now you got it right, guys?
Yes. Yes.
Hello.
Hello.
Can I ask you one thing, sir?
Yeah, please.
Suppose I want to create one VPC infrastructure
Okay.
in AWS cloud,
Mm-hmm.
and in that I want to create subnets, and
Okay.
inside that I want to create instances.
Yeah.
So that all of these three processes that can I do by using Terraform?
Yes, not only networking, yeah,
So can I do
everything.
separately? Like in one script, I'll write a VPC script, and
Yeah.
then I'll validate by using Terraform, and
Yes.
then I'll create subnets,
Yeah.
and then I'll launch, and then I'll
Launch
write
the
scripts
EC2
from
instance.
then I'll write to
Yeah.
scripts to
Yes.
launches the instances,
Yeah.
right?
But it takes a lot of time.
If you put it in single file, you can put it. But if you are going to use different services for your application, right? That time you will
Yeah.
go to the module. The module concept will be there in Terraform. The modules
Okay.
are reusable scripts. I will tell you everything in DevOps, coming DevOps training, right? We'll go deep into the Terraform. Not only simplifying the EC2 creation.
This is only Terraform course, no?
Yeah. See,
Okay.
if now I am writing some EKS cluster creations for one of the project. If you see, lot of things will be there. I'm maintaining RDS, EKS clusters, core networking services. If I tell now, you cannot understand anything because once you familiar with the Terraform HCL language, right? Then only you can understand. You can see here I am writing the policies, everything will be managed through the IAS tool. Okay, did you guys understand?
Yes, sir.
We can create the networking like VPC, subnets, route tables, NAT gateways, internet gateways, elastic IPs, load balancers, EKS clusters, servers, okay? Anything, CloudWatch, metrics, monitoring, alarm setups, SNS notifications, anything. Whatever the services are available in AWS, right? Every service will be managed through the IAS tools. Did you guys understand? Any doubt, guys? It's a very easy language, guys. It's a very easy language. There is no code. Just we need to declare the what you want to create. It's a very easy language. Okay.
Hello, sir.
Yeah.
So I have a question.
Yeah.
So I know a bit on OpenShift, but I am new to Terraform. So can we write Terraform script, to automate and deploy on OpenShift?
Yes. You can create anything here. You can create OpenShift also. It will create the Terraform.
But
What is
your voice is breaking.
okay? Is it okay now? Hello?
Yeah, it's okay.
Yeah. Guys, by using Terraform, right, you can create any type of infrastructure, not only cloud. Okay. If you are maintaining your servers in the on-premises data centers, right? Data centers level also you can manage. VMware also you can manage. Any type of infrastructure you can create through the Terraform. Definitely you can create the OpenShift infrastructure also by using Terraform. I will show you how many providers are available in Terraform. Okay.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Yeah. Here, see, now again, you go back to the This here, the is AWS, right? AWS and Azure, okay, or other cloud platforms, they have developed their own infrastructure as a core tool. But they use the IaaS, right? For example, if you know the cloud formation, you can create the infrastructure only on AWS. Okay, because this service will be developed, this service is developed by the AWS. So by using cloud formation, you can create the infrastructure on only AWS. If you know the ARMs, you can create the infrastructure only on Azure. If you know the deployment manager, you can create infrastructure on only on GCP. Then if any applications, if they want to go with hybrid cloud, okay, if they want to go with hybrid cloud, for example, if for one of the applications, the client want to use AWS and Azure both, okay, how do you manage, how do you create your infrastructure? Some of the services they want to use, the client want to use from Azure, some of the services they want to use from AWS. Then how do you create the infrastructure? Okay, that time, in the time, the Ashok company have seen the opportunity. The Ashok company have seen the opportunity. Hello, is it audible, guys? Hello.
Yes, sir, you are audible.
Yes, we can hear you.
Yeah. That time, in that space, right, every public cloud, they have their own infrastructure as a core tool, but there is no common IaaS tool for all infrastructure, all cloud platforms or other customized infrastructure provisioning. There is no common tool. So in that space, the Terraform have seen the opportunity. So they think if you build one common software to build infrastructure on any environment, Ashok company, Ashok company, the Ashok company have seen the opportunity. There is no common to common software to build the infrastructure on any cloud. So once they decide, right, the development team will develop the Terraform software. Which language they used? They used Go language. A Terraform software the Terraform software is developed by using Go language. It's one of the programming languages, guys. Nowadays, most of the organizations are going with the this Go language. Lot of advantages are there if you go with the Go languages. Okay. The Terraform is built by using the Go language. It's a open source here. We have the open source. It's a open source tool. Most of the companies are using open source only. The Terraform released enterprise version also. Enterprise version also. If you go to the enterprise versions, right? If you go to the enterprise version, you will have other advantages like you can launch your infrastructure through secure way. They have created some sentinel policies. It's early to discuss. Okay. First, we will understand. You guys will understand the Terraform, basic Terraform. If you know the basic Terraform, right? After that, any type of infrastructure you can easily create. No need to worry, guys. No need to worry, guys. Sorry, guys. Infrastructure code is a process of infrastructure code is a process of managing infrastructure. Okay, the infrastructure is a open source tool. Okay, widely most of the organizations they use open source only. Okay, I don't see any organization even on our product. I am working in product based company, but even we are also not using the enterprise versions. Most of the organizations we go with the open source. Okay. Why we have the cloud formation? What is the difference? We have the cloud formation. The difference. Terraform and other IAS tools. Any other IAS. Definitely, most of the entries they will ask, what is the difference between Terraform and other IAS tools? As I said, right, Terraform is developed by the Ashok company. It is developed for the to build infrastructure on any cloud or any platform. It's a cloud agnostic tool, guys. Terraform is a cloud agnostic tool or platform support tool. But if the info like cloud formations, ARMs or deployment, right, they won't support other clouds. It will support who have developed, right, that a service. It will you can create infrastructure on that cloud only. That's what Terraform is a cloud agnostic tool. That's what most of the organizations widely using the Terraform. Terraform.
So can you please tell me those two lines again?
Sorry.
Sir, can you please tell me the last two lines again?
This one,
Terraform.
Terraform cloud agnostic tool.
Okay. Agnostic means?
Agnostic means, but yeah, it will support any type of cloud. By using Terraform, right, you can create infrastructure. You can create the infrastructure on any cloud. That's what we call it as a cloud agnostic. Okay. Terraform will support multiple providers.
Sorry, excuse me.
Sorry.
Your sound is getting echo actually.
Sorry.
Echo is coming.
Echo is coming. Sorry, guys. Is it okay now? Still.
Yes, it's better now.
It's better now, right? Yeah. Terraform will support to the multiple providers. Multiple providers is nothing but a cloud. Okay. That too, the Terraform code, the Terraform code will be written in SQL language. Guys, they have developed their own language. The Terraform company, Ashok company, they have developed their own language. If you go with the CloudFormation, right, you should write CloudFormation templates either YAML or JSON, either YAML or JSON. Same other also YAML or JSON. But the Terraform company, they have developed their own language that is called SCL, Ashok Common Language. The Terraform scripts, okay, the Terraform scripts will be written in the SCL language. It's very easy, guys. The SCL language is very easy. Okay, IML is easy compared with other coding languages. Okay, but SCL is very language than IML. Okay, we have other tools also like Ansible. We have the other tools. Most of the guys, right, know Ansible. Okay, what is the majorly difference between the why other configuration management and infrastructure as a core tools? Ansible, Chuff, or Puppet, right? They completely designed for the configuration management. Okay, they completely designed for the Terraform is designed for the infra creation, infra provisioning. Ansible or Chef or Puppet is designed for the configuration management. Let me explain, guys, what is, sorry. Okay. Guys, okay. VM is nothing but EC2 instance, virtual machine. VM is nothing but it's a server, some set of hardware, RAM and CPU, storage, everything. Okay. the Terraform, right? The Terraform, if they want to create the EC2 instance, if you want to create the EC2 instance, the Terraform will create the infrastructure for you. Okay. Once infrastructure, the VM is ready. Once EC2 is ready, you want to install, for example, you want to create this VM, you want to use this VM for the Jenkins. This is for Tomcat. This is for Docker. This is for any Fuller, anything. One more Tomcat. Okay. Database, MySQL. You need to have one Jenkins VM, one Tomcat VM, one Docker VM, one MySQL. What Terraform will do? Terraform will create the VM only. The infrastructure only will be created by the Terraform. After that, right? What are the softwares you want to install? The configurations. Okay, what are the softwares you want to install? That part will be taken care by the Ansible. But what Terraform will do? Terraform will create the infrastructure for you. It will create the VM for you. Okay. Once server is ready, for example, okay. Today I wanted to, 2 days back, the Ashok informed me to give the Terraform workshop on today. Okay. I don't have any infrastructure like laptop, nothing is there. Then what I do? I will go to the one showroom. I will buy the laptop. Okay. I will buy the laptop. Once I buy the laptop, what I will have, I have the laptop with some OS. But if I want to give Terraform workshop, I will need some softwares like Virtual Studio Code Editor, Terraform binary. Okay. Some softwares are required. Okay. That softwares, what I do, I go and manually install. Okay. Same way, the infrastructure VMware laptop provisioning will do the Terraform. Infrastructure provisioning will be done by the Terraform. Once infrastructure ready, the configuration, if you want to deploy your application, what are the softwares are required to deploy your application? What are the configurations are required to deploy your applications or any softwares? Those things will be done by the Ansible. Ansible is the configuration management tool. Ansible or Chef or Puppet, right? Those are the designed for the configuration management tool. Okay. Let me talk more. Ansible is the mutable. What is mutable? Terraform is the immutable infrastructure. Immutable infrastructure. Okay. Ansible are any configuration management tools, right? Those are the mutable. Terraform is the immutable. What is mutable and what is immutable? Mutable is nothing but a okay. We have installed okay. You have installed Jenkins Jenkins some version 1.0. Okay. You have installed Jenkins 1.0 or something. Later on, okay, 1.1 is released. 1.1 released. What you do? Okay, you just update the version. You just update the version. You won't be, the infrastructure won't be changed. Not just you will update your software 1.1. Okay, nothing will be changed. But if you want to release 1.1 on another server, okay, if you want to through Terraform, if you want to do Terraform, we need to create one more server. We need to create one more server with the 1.1 version. We need to create one more server with the 1.1. We need to create the one more server. That's what we call it as a Terraform is a immutable infrastructure. Ansible is a mutable one. Just we'll update, we won't change anything. Just we'll update the softwares or whatever the configurations needs to be changed, we will change. Okay. Terraform is a immutable infrastructure. If you want to change something, right, infrastructural, you have to create one more server to deploy any version or something software. That's what we call it the immutable and infrastructure.
Hello.
Ansible follow the procedure language. Procedure language. But Terraform will follow the declarative language. Declarative language. What is procedure language? What is the declarative language? Procedure language, right? In procedure language, you define the whole process. You define the whole process and provide the steps to do it. How to do it? You just provide the orders. You just provide the orders. And the process will be solved. The infrastructure will be created in procedure language. For example, in procedure language, if you create the infrastructure VM, okay, if you want to destroy the infrastructure, if you want to delete the infrastructure, again you need to write the code. Guys, please carefully. For example, if you create the infrastructure procedure language, right? You will define the code. Okay, you will define the code to create the infrastructure. Same infrastructure, if you want to remove, right? If you want to delete, again you need to write the code. The procedure language cannot understand your intention, but a declarative language, right? For example, if you want to create the infrastructure, once you write your code to create the infrastructure, once you write the code to create the infrastructure in declarative language, after that, if you want to destroy, only if you use the one single command, destroy, Terraform destroy, the Terraform binary will understand. He wants to destroy you no need to write again code. You no need to write again code in declarative, in Terraform language. To delete the infrastructure, you no need to write the code. Do you understand? For example, Ansible, right? You will use to install one software. For example, Java 1.1 or something. By using how state is the installation or latest, we will put it in code. Once Java is installed, if you want to delete the same Java, same package, again you need to write code to delete also. But Terraform, right? To
You are getting
delete
some
the
background noise. Ramgopal Verma, can you mute? Yeah, if you're not speaking, right, can you mute? Okay, it's disturbing other folks. Yeah.
yeah.
Hello, sir.
Yeah. Sorry, please. Hello?
There is a functionality CI/CD pipeline creation. So that part will be taken care by in Terraform or Ansible or anything else.
No, brother. Let me show you diagram for you. You can easily understand. DevOps roadmap images, right? This roadmap you can see. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
This roadmap, right?
Yeah.
This is also not clear. CI/CD is right. Once developers write the code, the CI/CD will integrate the code, will take the code and apply the code into the servers.
Yes.
Okay, but this is something different. Infrastructure, where you deploy your code, you have to deploy on some servers, right?
Yes.
That servers will be created by the Terraform.
Yes.
Okay, but to deploy your code directly, you can deploy your code into the servers.
Yes.
Not possible. We need to create the some configurations like application servers. We need to deploy. Okay, some web servers. Okay, some softwares application dependencies you need to install. Those softwares will creation be done by the Ansible.
So CI/CD pipeline
Oh.
creation is not the part of Terraform. It is, and
It's not part of the Terraform, yeah.
Or Ansible.
CI/CD is right. It's a continuous integration and continuous development deployment.
Yes.
Integration. Once developers push their code into the repository like GitHub, then the CI/CD tool will take the code and deploy the code. Then
And my question
deploy
is,
the code into the servers.
my question is, who will create CI/CD pipeline? Can we create CI/CD pipeline using Terraform or Ansible?
No, we won't create CI/CD pipelines by using Terraform. Terraform
By using Jenkins.
infrastructure. Jenkins, the CI/CD, different CI/CD tools.
Okay, sir. Okay, good, sir. Thank you. Yes, good.
Okay.
Yes, good, sir. Thank you.
Hello.
Yeah, please. Hello. Hello, guys. Hello.
Yeah, hello.
Yeah.
Sir, how to create SQL scripts? So is this part will taken in same session or upcoming classes?
What is that?
SQL script for Terraform.
Okay. We'll take it in class, this class only.
Okay.
Yeah. First, we need to understand the concept, guys. If you understand the concept, right, it's a very easy to write the code. Definitely, right. The code it's not difficult because the code contains only 2 sections. Once you understand the code, right, you can create any type of infrastructure. Here, first we need to understand the concepts. Definitely, what I am telling, right, these questions definitely will be asked in interview. What is the procedure language? What is the declarative language? By using this configuration management tools also, we can create the infrastructure. Why you are going with the Terraform? You need to tell. The configuration management tools will follow the procedure language. Can you please mute someone?
We are keep on getting background noise. So I mean, who are not speaking, please put mute.
Guys, if you understand the concept, right, later on you can easily write your code. First understand the concept. Definitely these questions will be asked in interviews. Okay, we can create the interview simply will ask you. We can create the infrastructure by using configuration management tools like Ansible, Chef, and Puppet. Why your guys going with the Terraform? Why you are using Terraform? That time you need to answer. Ansible is a mutable infrastructure. Terraform is immutable. What is mutable? What is immutable? That configuration management tools like Ansible, Chef, Puppet, right? They will follow the procedure language. If you create any infrastructure, if you want to destroy infrastructure, same infrastructure, again you need to write the code. But if you go with the Terraform, right, you no need to write the code to destroy your infrastructure. The Terraform will understand our intention. It will destroy your infrastructure. How it will destroy? I will tell you. Okay, once I write your code, right, I will tell you. Configuration management tools, right? We need master server. Okay, Terraform is a masterless.
Hello.
Yeah.
Sir, I just have one question. Can you just go to the previous slide, that diagram ones?
This one?
Yes, right.
Yeah.
Right. So as you say that, sir, in the Terraform,
Sorry, can you speak a little bit loud?
yes, can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Yes. As you said, the difference is
Sorry, again your voice too low. Is it same for everyone? Can you please a little bit low? Yeah.
So what I'm saying that it, as you said, the difference is mutable and immutable for the Terraform and Ansible. So as you created here in the version of Jenkins 1.0, but if you're working on the Terraform, you need to again create one instance for the another version. But in the Ansible, it won't be like we don't have to create another instance for that, because we can update the same version in the same instance. But in the
Yeah.
Terraform, we need to create another instance, so that could be a drawback for that, because as
Not
we
a
are
drawback here, not a drawback. Why I'm telling right? Ansible is completely different. You need to understand, right? Here you need to understand, guys. This is designed for the configuration management. That means, okay, these Ansible or configuration management tools, right? These are designed for the creating the installing the softwares. Okay, the Terraform will be designed for the provisioning the infrastructure, the servers. Okay, why immutable means we can upgrade it, but here also, if you want to upgrade it, we won't create. Just we'll by using Ansible, right? We'll upgrade the versions in real time. Okay, if you release new version, if you want to deploy a new version on your Terraform, we will create new environment by using Terraform. That's what we call it as immutable. Okay.
sure, yes, thank you.
Infrastructure tool, right? We have to create the infrastructure creation is a immutable one. Configuration management tools are the mutable one. It will upgrade your softwares. It won't create your infrastructure. It will. You guys, you understand, right?
Yes, sir. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Yeah, master server, right? If you go to the Ansible or any configuration, you need to have the master server. We need to install your uh, Ansible tools on one server. There we need to write. Then we need to integrate. We need to establish the communication to the remote servers. But it's a masterless. No need. Uh, we can install our Terraform software in our local laptop. Okay, Then we can create the infrastructure. Once establish the connection to the your AWS account, right? We can create the infrastructure. We can create the infrastructure. Let me jump into the Terraform installations here. Terraform is a easy one, guys. Okay, Terraform is the easy one. But if you focus to learn the Terraform scripts, right? How to write the Terraform scripts, okay? Once you familiarize with the Terraform, right? You will have a lot of opportunities, guys. If you add in any DevOps profile, right? If you add Terraform and Kubernetes, you will get more calls from the organization. Nowadays, most of the organizations, they are looking for the most demanded tools, Terraform and Kubernetes. Nowadays, right, CI/CD pipelines, the development team only will be taken care, will take care. Okay, CI/CD pipelines will be taken care by the development guys only. But operations level, how do you automate everything? Okay, that is more important. Terraform installations. Okay, just go to the Terraform installation. Okay. Not one. Let me go to the document one. This is the Ashok official one. Okay. This is the Linux one. If you want to install on Windows one, you have to go to the Windows. You can install. Just we need to download the see here I am going with the Windows. Okay. Just we need to download this AMD 64 one. Click it. Okay. This is the latest version. Okay. Once it's downloaded, right? Just unzip, extract here or somewhere. Already I have downloaded in my laptop. This is the binary here. This is the binary, Terraform binary. Okay. Keep it in somewhere, any folder. Okay. Like here also you can run it, keep it. Any folder. You can create one directory. Terraform. In the Terraform, just paste this binary. Now, if we go that binary, here it will work on all. Once it's downloaded, right? Once you put in some directory, you have to set up environment variables. Then only it will work anywhere in your system. Okay. This is we have two types of variables. One is the user level variables. If you set up path here, right, whenever this user log, right, only it will work for him. If you set up in system level variables, right, any environment variable, it will work. See, already I have Terraform folder in E directory. You can see it will work anyway. Already I have a setup. Okay. Same way I have done here also Terraform. See the directory. Same way you have to set up in system path. Guys, did you understand how to set up?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Hello, sir. Can you repeat one more time?
Yeah. Just we need to go to this Terraform download. Okay. Then you need to select the Windows. Okay. Wherever you want to install, which way you want to install, you need to select that OS. Okay. I'm going to install on Windows. So I select the Windows. Then I have downloaded. This is a zip file. Once it's downloaded, right? Here we need to extract it. Once it's extracted, right, it will be created. One binary will be there. Okay, that binary you can copy somewhere. Okay, if you can, here also you can put it. You can set the path, but it's better to create one folder on any directory. Here I have created one directory in disk that is called Terraform directory. There my binary. Once I put my binary, right, the setup is done. If you want run Terraform commands from any location, so we need to set up the environment variables. Go to the environment variables, go to the system variables. In system variables, we need to select the path. In that path, we need to give, see, copy and paste it. That path where you keep your Terraform, right? You can see here, I put already.
Hello.
Yeah.
Sir, can you tell us the Terraform installation for Linux as well?
Yeah, sure. See, just you need to go to the Linux. You have to select the Linux, which OS Linux flavor you are using. If you are
Red Hat.
Yeah, if you are using Red Hat, right? This is Red Hat. Just copy these commands and paste in your OS. Then the Terraform will be installed. Okay, what it's doing?
Can you take 386 file, which is zip file?
Yeah. Zip file also you can do it. Download zip file, right? Once you download it, right, you have to move to manually. Here I'm setting the environment variable. Same one binary. Once unzip it, right, one binary will be available. Okay, the Terraform. Okay. In OS, how to set up your environment variables? You have to move it permanently. If you want to work that Terraform software, right, you will move to the /user/local/bin. If you move to that binary to that binary develop bin directory, right, automatically Terraform commands will work. Otherwise, if you are not clear about those steps, just follow these steps. Once you install the Terraform through M, right, automatically the Terraform binary will be stored in the /user/local/bin folder. Guys, did you understand?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
See, nothing here. Just go log into the Linux system.
Yeah. Hello, sir.
Yeah.
Actually showing somewhere MD64, somewhere 386. So both are same.
No, yeah. 386.
386 for Linux and
Yeah,
AMD is
no,
for
no, no,
Ubuntu.
no. It's a x86 is the x86, right? x86 is our 64-bit versions. This is a 32-bit versions. Nowadays, no one is using 32-bit version OSs, right? Everyone is using the 64-bit versions. Okay, always we will go with the MD60. Guys, understand OS versions x86 64. If you run the uname iPhone, in Linux, uname space -r, you will see the version, OS version, what is the bit of version, everything you can see. Okay. Or else 1 minute Linux. We have the nodes also. Okay. The Linux installations you can easily see. Who is the Terraform running nodes? I'll share this running nodes as well, you guys. The installations, right? Create one EC2 instance. If you want to install the Terraform in Linux machines, just we have to do the following steps, guys. Just the same. These are the utilities. We copied from here only. Nothing here. Everything is in this document. We copied from here only. You got it? These are the steps how to log in the system. Okay. Once log in the system, we do the same commands. You got it right? Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Installation is very simple. Terraform instance. It's like other softwares only. Okay. Once installation is completed, now we'll create the Terraform. Sorry, now we'll create the EC2 instance. What are the prerequisites to create the infrastructure through Terraform, right? First, we need to have one cloud account. Now we are going to create the infrastructure on the AWS. So I have a log in my account. How to create the account? Everyone knows, right? AWS account.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Once account is created, right? Once account is created, we need on platform, right? So we have chosen the AWS. Okay. No users are there. You can use the root account, but it's not a recommended way. So we'll create one user for the Terraform. I name it as a Terraform. So the Terraform will connect your AWS account. How it will connect? It will connect through the API. That means it will connect through the programmatic access, not console. Console, who will connect? We will connect, okay, through the manual. Okay, we'll just give the user ID and password, then we'll log into the console. But how softwares will connect, other applications will connect they will connect through the API. See, the access ID secret for the AWS API CLI's SDK. SDK means software development kits. If you want to connect any developments, other softwares to AWS console, AWS account, we need to generate the access key ID and we don't need the password. Okay. You don't want to give the attaching existing policy, guys. Okay, I am giving the complete administration access to this Terraform user. Okay, nothing not required. Okay, once the user is created, this is the key. If you want to download a CSV, you can download it. Okay, I'm copying the access key. This is the secret key. By using these credentials, Terraform will interact with your AWS account, guys. Okay. Now our user is ready to connect this AWS account. Now, this is a command tool, guys. See, our Terraform version is I'm using previous version. It's a 1.1.1.3.3 version. Okay. You can see your version is Terraform is out under the latest version. Latest version, right? Recently I have downloaded it. That is latest version. Okay. See the comments. Once workflow is done, first let's see the Terraform workflow. Terraform workflow, guys. Terraform workflow. Here, first we need to write the code. We need to write the code. Then we need to initialize the code. Then we need to plan the code infrastructure. Then apply the code. If you want to destroy infrastructure, you can destroy. First, we need to write the code. Always the Terraform files extension should be always Terraform file extension should be .tf, guys. Okay, the code extension should be .tf. Once code is ready, we need to initialize Terraform init command. We need to run it. Terraform init. Terraform is the common here. Okay. After that, whatever command you want to run, you have to run it. Terraform init command. What it will do? It will check your credential. It will establish the connection to your AWS account, whatever provider you gave, right, in code. It will establish the connection to that account. Once the connection is established, it will download the plugins. What are the plugins are available in AWS, right? It will download the plugins in your local directory for creating your infrastructure. Okay. Once a connection is established, then we will run the Terraform plan command. Terraform plan command. What Terraform plan will do? Terraform will give the blueprint of your infrastructure. Okay, what are the resources? What are the resources you wanted to create in your AWS account, right? So it will give the blueprint. Okay, these are the resources I am going to create. You are okay or not? This blueprint it will give. Once you are okay with your plan, then we will run the Terraform apply command. Terraform applies the real command to create the infrastructure. Once you run the Terraform apply, the plan will be executed on your AWS. Okay, the plan, what are the resources you want to create, right? That resources will be, once you run the Terraform apply command, the resource will be created on your AWS environment, whatever environment you defined in your code. Once infrastructure is created, okay, if you want to destroy the infrastructure, just Terraform destroy command, automatically it will destroy your infrastructure. Okay, this is the flow, guys. Guys, this is the flow. If you ask someone what is the Terraform workflow, you have to explain this complete Terraform workflow. First, we need to write the code in your file. The extension should be .tf. The extension should be .tf. Once the code is ready, then we will initialize the code. Initialization nothing but a. It will establish the connection. It will check your access key and secret key ID. Then it will establish the connection. It enables you to connect through API, programmatic access. Okay. It will establish the connection to your cloud provider. Once establishment is done, it will download the required plugins, all the services. What are the services are available in that cloud, right? That required libraries will be downloaded in that directory, wherever you write code, right?
Hello.
Directory, the plugins will be downloaded. Once that is done, then we plan the infrastructure. Before creating the infrastructure, we'll plan. Once you run the plan, right, it will give the blueprint of your infrastructure. Sorry?
Hello.
Yeah.
Yeah, Terraform validity is after init, na?
Yeah, Terraform validate and Terraform format, these are the common commands, right? It won't come into the workflow. Okay, Terraform validate. Why you run with the Terraform validate, right? It validate your code. Okay,
Yeah.
doesn't do anything. It will validate if any code level syntax errors is there, right? It will give. Okay, this line have the syntax error or code error something. The validate command will do the validate your code. Okay, the format command, right? The if any syntax error, some missing comes, right? The Terraform format command will format your code. The workflow, we have multiple commands here. We have different commands. I will show you one by. We have the Terraform state command, state list, state RM. If you want to display particular resource in the complete infrastructure, we have the target. Different commands are there. Taint command, untaint command. Okay, we have commands. I will explain. Okay, all the commands. But the workflow, right? The workflow is like this. First, we need to write the Terraform code. The code files extension should be .df. Then run the Terraform init command. Once initialization is completed, then we will run the Terraform plan command. The Terraform plan command, it will give blueprint of your infrastructure. Once you are okay with the plan of your infrastructure, right? Then run the apply command, the Terraform apply command, right? It will create real infrastructure on your environment. Okay. Once infrastructure is ready, okay, to delete the infrastructure by using single command, Terraform destroy command, you can destroy entire infrastructure. Now we go to the practical. You understand the workflow, right? Guys?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yeah. Now we go to the here only.
What Terraform initial will do?
Sorry?
Initialize.
Yeah. Sorry, I didn't get you.
We have after writing, right? Terraform, right? We have int init initialize.
Init Terraform init command you need to run.
So that what that will do?
It will establish the connection to the your AWS account.
Okay.
The connection should be established, right? Where the Terraform has to create the infrastructure. First, the connection should be established to your Terraform binary to the your AWS account, right?
It like a git init.
Huh? Sorry, guys.
It like a git init whenever.
Yes. Git initialization, it will create the repository in your GitHub account. Terraform, right? It will create the prepare your working directory for other commands. You can see this is the main commands here. Okay, other commands also you have to use in real-time environment. How to use every command in real-time. There's different, if you use different providers, right? How to use different providers in the same file, the output files, the import files, we have to use in later sections, right? Coming DevOps training in coming 30th, I think DevOps training, one more batch will be started. In the right in that section, we'll talk more about the Terraform deep. Okay, complete. Now, I have created one directory here. Yeah. Okay. I'm adding the Terraform work section. This is the example one here. Just example 1.pl. Here, see how to install the Visual Studio Code. You know, right? You guys, how to use the Visual Studio Code. Any coding, right? If you want to do any coding or scripting, right? If you go with the code editor tools, right? The work will be simplified, guys. The code editor tools make you simplify your code to write the code. Okay. Majorly in Terraform code, right? We have two sections majorly. One is provider. Okay. Provider black. Provider black. What are the cloud? What are the provider you are using for your cloud, right? For example, we are going with the AWS. If you want to install infrastructure on Azure, you have to give the Azure. If you want infrastructure on GCP, you have to give the Google or something provider, whatever the provider you want. If you want to create infrastructure on VMware, you have to give the VMware. Here we are going with the AWS. What provider block will contain? Right? It will contain region. Which region you are going to create your infrastructure? I am going to create the infrastructure on AP South 1. See, I'm going to create the infrastructure on in AP South 1. So I'm taking the region is the AP South 1. Then we have to provide the access key ID and secret key ID to establish the connection. So Terraform to, sorry, here only it's there. Okay. Terraform binary to the your AWS account. Okay, AWS account. Now, one more section is resource. Guys, if you want to create any infrastructure through Terraform, right, in .f in code, we have only two sections, guys. One is provider to establish the connection. Provider will help you to establish the connection to your provider, whatever provider cloud you are using. Resource block, what are the resources? What are the resources you are going to create, right? We have to define in the resource block. Understand, guys? We have two sections. One is provider section, another one is the resource section. In provider section, wherever you want to create the infrastructure, you have to give that provider. Then we have to, in that block, what region we are using to create your infrastructure, and the access key ID and secret key ID to establish the connections. One more section called is the resource section. In resource sections, we have two fields. AWS -, instance. See, this is called as a resource type here. Resource type. What are the resources? What type of resource you are going to create? That resource type you want to mention. For example, you want to create the instances. Now I wanted to create the instance. That's why I have given the resource type is the instance. For example, if I want to create the VPC, the resource type would be the VPC. If I want to create the subnet, the resource type is the subnet. If I want to create the load balancer, the resource type is the load balancer. Okay. If I want to create the elastic IP, the resource type is the EIP, elastic IP. This is the way we can create the infrastructure. For example, if I want to create the EKS cluster, the resource type is the EKS cluster. You got it right? Guys?
Yes, sir.
Here, for example, if you want to create the instance, right? Here, we will give the local name. Just I want to give the my VM. This is the local name of this resource. This is the predefined one. We cannot change it. But local name, whatever name you want to give it, you can give it. Okay. Once resource type is available, right? Then here we need to pass the arguments. We call it as arguments. AMI. We have to give the AMI here, right? For example, launch EC2 instance. See, here is the earlier I said, right? It's x86. Okay, this AMI ID we should copy. That AMI ID should be copied. Okay, what AMI want to use it, right? That AMI ID we have to copy. This AMI we have to copy. Here we need to pass the AMI. Then instance type. What type of instance? I'm going to take the T2 micro. Later on arguments, right? It's your wish. If you run this command, this script, right, it will work. It will create the VM for. But if you want to customize your VM, which network it should be used, which VPC should be used, which subnet should be used, which key pair should be used, which security key should be used. Those things are the optional arguments. If you want to customize your infrastructure, that time we'll go with those arguments. Let me go to the Terraform. AWS provider. You can see, guys, here. You can see these all the services are available in console level also. What are the services? What are the services are available in In AWS, all the services are in Terraform as well. For example, if you want to CloudFront, if you want to create CloudFormation, if you want to create CloudFront, just go to that CloudFront. What are the resources you want to create it for that CloudFront? Just go to the CloudFront. Just the code, everything will be in the Terraform document, guys. You know it. Just you guys have knowledge on how to use the code, that HCL language. If you know the HCL language or Terraform document basics, right? You can create any type of resource, any type of infrastructure, guys. Okay. My laptop. So same way, guys. Here I am going to create the EC2. See. Instance level EC2. Okay. This is the EC2. Here I am going to create the my resource. As I said earlier, see, in resource type you need to select. Now we are going to create the EC2 instance. So see, resource is the EC2 instance. Local name, it can be anything. It's up to you. Okay. The AMI is you have to pass the AMI ID. Then instance type, other arguments. These things we call it as the arguments, guys. Okay. These things we call it as the arguments. Go to the argument reference. You can see basic is if you want to create your own infrastructure EC2 instance, basic is these two arguments, AMI and instance type. Others are optional. If you want to customize, okay, you can customize. If you want to create this in EC2 instance particular availability zone, you have to use this argument, availability zone equal to which availability zone you want to, AP South 1A, 1B or 1C. Like you have to pass it your value. CP, how many CP you want? All these things. If you want to associate public IP, if you want to disable public IP instance, if you want to assign role to your EC2 instance, all these things you can use it. Everything is in document, guys. Everything is in document, but you need to know how to use it. Okay. If you want, for example, once infrastructure is created, if you want to take output one value from that code, that time you call it as a arguments. Instant state, if you want to check it, instant state is running or not. Okay, that time we will take attribute. This is called as a attribute. In outputs.tf file, right? We use the attributes. First, let me create one VM, guys. Okay. This is the sample code. For example.tf. Okay. Our user is, our credentials are this one. Just copy, change the credentials. It's a clear credentials. So I'm replacing with the current credentials. Guys, now we define the two components, two sections. One is provider, okay? Another one is resource. Let me If you want to comment multiple lines, okay, we will use this one here. Okay. If you want to comment single line, for example, here, what we are going to do, we are creating the EC2 instance. EC2 instance, creating the EC2 instance. Single line comment, we have to use the hash. Single hash also fine. Okay. Multiple lines, we have to use the slash. This one we have to use it. Star and this one. Okay. Now we follow the Terraform workflow. We'll go to the directory. Okay.
Hello, sir.
Yeah.
So, sir, when we creating the EC2 instances, so each EC2 instances has some resource group. We creating under some resource group. So we are not define any resource group here. So what is the default?
I didn't get you. Resource group is nothing but it's in AWS Azure, right? We call it as a resource group. In AWS, there is no resource group actually. Okay, if you want to give, if you want to customize, if you want to create this EC2 instance, particular subnet, okay, the subnet also, that network also you need to create. I am showing the simple EC2 instance creation here.
Okay.
If you want to customize it, if you want to create this AWS server in particular subnet, particular VPC network, okay, particular public subnet or private subnet, that time you have to mention here VPC ID. VPC ID equal to something. What are the VPC ID you created? Okay. If you don't mention, right, the default VPC, the server will be created in the default VPC, default subnet, any subnet it will take. The Terraform, these are the mandatory arguments to create the your EC2 instance, guys. Okay, and instance type. Others are, it's up to you. If you want to customize it, you can customize it. Sorry.
Sir,
yeah.
Security group. Here you given like a Ashok IT security group. So is
Yeah.
it or we created it runtime when we initialize?
No. It's already, it's there. That's what we have used. See, you go to the your EC2 instance, go to the security groups. If you don't give, right, automatically it will take default one, guys. See, security groups. Go to the security groups. Here you can see Ashok IT security group. Okay, name is Ashok. If you don't remove the security group, okay. For example, if you go to the code, if you don't mention any security group, let me comment this guy. Okay, commented. Okay, I removed all the comments, multiple line comments. Now key pair also. If key pair is not there, this one. What are the key pairs are there? Only AWS is there. If you want to use that key pair, if you want to access that key instance, right, we need to have key pair. So, sorry, code, go to, here there is no Linux key pair. Here the key pair is AWS. Okay, if you don't use this key pair also, the instance will be created, but you won't be able to access because the key pair is not there. The key pair is not attached to the EC2 instance. Without key pair, we cannot access the EC2 instance. Okay. Now the code is ready. Now
the key pair is created under security group.
No. Key pair will be created when. Do you know how to create the instance manually? Yes. Okay. When you create the EC2 instance, right? Launch EC2 instance. Let me show you one. Manual. How to create it. Manual. Here, give the name. I'm telling AWS manual server. We'll create manual. Okay. Name is that one. Next, I am choosing the OS, Amazon Linux OS. Okay. Next, instance type T2 micro. Free tier eligible to the T2 micro. Here, key pair is the AWS one. Or else, if you want to create your new key pair, see here, you can create your new key pair also. Okay. Once key pair is created, you need to download it. You need to download it here. Okay. Already I have a key pair. So I am using existing one, AWS one, to connect the TC2 instance. Here, see, if I don't want to use any VPC, it will create under the default VPC. If you don't want to use any, if you want to customize it, you can create your own VPC. Here you can select your VPC. Okay. Here, once VPC subnet is done, here you can create your security groups. Here I am allowing the 22 port SH port to anywhere. Okay. From anywhere you can connect to your EC2 instance. Once all this done, okay, how much storage you wanted to allocate your EC2 instance, you can allocate here. Here default one I am taking 8 GB. Once all is done, we will launch the instance. Okay. To launch the EC2 instance, the instance is launched. Okay, after few minutes, the pending will be gone. The state will be running. Okay, it will take 2 minutes around. Yeah, it's done. Okay, now the server is ready. This is created by manually, right, guys? But we'll create one more server through the code. Okay, now we'll call it as a Terraform server. Terraform server. Terraform server, guys. Okay. Let me save the code. The code. Here is the git bash. Here the git bash. Clear the my terminal. Okay. CD that go to that path. And see users user only. Let me go to the desktop. CD. Yeah. Now I'm in the directory. Now extend the flow, right? First, why we write the code. This part is completed, guys. You can see this part is completed, right? Now we'll run the Terraform init command. See. Now that folder, if you go to that folder, nothing is there, only code is there. Okay. Now run the Terraform init command. You can see here it will connect to the your AWS provider. Then it will installing the 4.41. This is the latest plugin. It will download the plugin for your AWS account. The Terraform has successfully initialized. The connection will be created. The connection is created successfully. Got it right? Now, clear this one terminal. You can see the connection is now you can see that folder. Now go to that folder. Now you can see one folder. See .terraform, .terraform, .log, .xl. What is this? If you go to that folder, you can see providers. If you use multiple providers in your code, you can see here multiple providers. Register.terraform.io, Ashok, AWS. If you are using in same file, Azure provider also, the Azure plugins also will be downloaded like this. Guys, okay? In AWS, latest version 4.410, in 4.411, the required plugins will be installed in that directory. This is the plugins. Complete plugins will be in this Terraform provider. Okay? Got it? Got it? Got it right? What is this .lock.scl? Okay? This is the HCL locking, the version locking file. This is the version logging file. What are the 4.4, right? Later, right, the new services will be added by AWS, or some features are added to the your AWS. Okay, that time again, the AWS team, sorry, the Terraform team will release new. See, will release the new version. This is the latest version. If you go to the providers, you can see the new versions also. If they release new version 4.42, then but if you are using existing, right, we have to lock this version, right? So that this is the file, guys. It will lock off your configuration. Okay, configuration versions, they will lock here. See, you can see also. See, this is the lock information. Okay. Guys, did you understand?
Yes, sir.
Very easy, guys. Okay. Now see our code. Now initialization is completed. Initialization, what it did, it will establish the connection by using provider block. It will check the provider, what provider you are using. You codified that code provider. The initialization, when you run the init command, right, it will download that provider particular latest version. Then wherever which region you are using, right, that region, then it will, for establishing the connection, right, they will use this access key ID and secret key ID. Okay. Now run the Terraform plan command. Next command in workflow, Terraform. Someone asked, right, Terraform validate. If you validate, right, it will validate your code. Nothing. If there is no error in your code, right, it will give success. If some error is there, for example, I removed something here. Okay. I saved it. Now validate it. See, you guys, you can see, right, in example.in this file, in line 8, you have the error. Got it right? The validate, what it will do? Okay. Now again run it. Now I fixed the error in my code. I save it, control. Now again run the Terraform validate command. It will give success. Got it, guys, right? Terraform format command Okay, it will format your code. If any, for example, it will be here. Okay, the format is not good, but we save it. When you run the Terraform format, right, it will format it. See, now the code is formatted. See, guys, are you following me?
Yes, sir, yes.
Okay. If you know the SQL language, I will show how the Terraform language. Okay.
Yeah. So Ravi, here
Yeah.
after tag, we can give after tag we are opening on braces, and inside we are writing name. Is it?
Yes. Here I will tell you in Terraform section we have to the key whenever you want to the pass. Okay. This is the key and value. This key and value you are assigning to the one more key.
Okay.
You know, right? These are the map of string map. We have different variables, you know, right? String, number, boolean, map, tuple, list. Okay.
Yeah.
This is the one type of variable. We are assigning, this is the key, name is the key. We are assigning one name to the key, one value to the key. This key value also we are assigning to the one more key, tags key.
Okay.
That's what we have opened the curly brace brackets. I will tell you in DevOps section, right? I will tell you what different variables. How do you pass the variables? Okay, list of if you assign multiple values into single key, how do you pull single value from the out of the list of values? Okay, all these things I will tell you. Okay. Now you have to understand the basics here. Okay, what Terraform init will do, what Terraform validate will do, what Terraform format will do. Once this thing's done, what Terraform plan will do. Now, in our flow, we have completed till initialization. Then we need to run the Terraform plan. See what it's showing. One resource will be added. Nothing is changing. Nothing is going to destroy. Okay, the plan. See, these are the, as I said earlier, right? We can customize. This is the resource we'll be going to create. See, AWS instance resource type, the resource server name, local name is the Terraform server. Okay. AMI, I passed it. Okay. So it have, you can see here, but other arguments I didn't pass. I didn't customize, but in real time, we have to customize it. Here only whatever default arguments required, right? Only those values I passed. See, others, what I didn't pass, right? You can see nothing is there. This one also we passed key name. Okay. Default one it will take. Default one it will take. The Terraform will take. Now we are okay with plan. Okay. Yes, I'm okay to create this server. Once you are okay with this server, here, now we'll run the Terraform apply command. Let's see what will happen. Yes, it's asking your approval, guys. Before applying also, it will ask your apply. We are going to, the plan is one to add, one resource is going to add in your AWS infrastructure cloud. See, now we have only one running instances, whatever I manually created. Those are stopped one. Okay, earlier it's created. Let me show you running one. Okay, only we have one running instances. Okay, you can see one running instances, which is created earlier by manually. Okay. Now I'm going to create the infrastructure through Terraform. I'm going to create a server through Terraform. Done. See, apply is completed. One is added. One resource is added to. Okay. Then go to your infrastructure, refresh it. You can see my EC2VM. What tag I have given to that instance? My EC2VM. Okay. You can see, guys, the server is created. How it is created? It is created through Terraform. Here you can see AMI information only we pass AMI and instance type. Others, they will take default. Okay, they will take default. You understand, right? Now, same server, I want to modify this tag here. Okay, see here, I want to give Terraform here. Just I modified. Now I saved it. Okay. Now again no need to write. Once initialization is completed, right? No need to run init every time, guys. Init is the first time only. Once connection is established, once these directories are created, no need to write, no need to run initialization again and again. Okay. The connection is established. The required plugins also are downloaded in your local laptop. Nothing to run. No need to run init command again. Okay. Now just I'm running the plan. What it will show you. You can see. It will refreshing the state. See, once you see the you missed, once you apply right command, that time you can see one TF state file will be created. What is this state file? State file is the very important in Terraform, guys. Very important. Okay. If you talk about state file, we can talk 2 hours only about the state file. That much important in Terraform. See, complete your server details will be stored in the TF state file. Whenever you do any changes in your code, right? When you run the plan command, the code will check with your state file only. There it is created state file. Once you applied, it will create it in your directory itself. You can see TF state file. Okay, complete information, the server information, right? The real server, whatever information you can see here, details, security, networking, storage, every information, monitoring, tags, what tags we have given? This, my EC2. Okay.
Plan,
Yeah.
after plan or after apply?
After apply. After apply. Once it's created, after apply, you can see the state file. Okay.
Yeah. So now
State file.
It's
Sorry.
unmutable, right? Yeah. Terraform is unmutable, right? So now we are changing the name, right?
Yeah, you are changing the my name.
Yes.
Let me.
Yeah, it will
Okay.
work.
This is a state file. It will. You can see complete and I will explain. Guy. Okay. I will explain. Okay. You can see what are the version. Terraform version. We are using Terraform 1.3. Serial everything. The output information. AMI. Which AMI used ARN. What is the ARN? Associate zone. Availability zone. Server is created on the AP South 1B. CPU is the one CPU. Thread is the one thread. CPU creates every information. The EBS black device, what optimized, enclave, everything, every information, the instance ID, running, whether state is running or pending or stopping. All this information is stored in the state file. When you do any changes in your code, right? When you reapply the change here, right? The server. See, you can see the change. You can see the change. Okay, you guys have asked doubt. This is immutable infrastructure, right? That means you have to create one more server, right? Why changes are occur? As I said earlier, right? The server level changes, right? The Terraform will take in care. Once if you want to deploy any latest version or new release, right? That time you will create one more server, one more infrastructure environment. That is called immutable, brother. Did you get? Did you understand? Did you get it, guy?
No.
Yeah, bro. Yeah. See, tilde. If you add any one more resource, right? It is called as, it will show as a plus symbol. If you destroy the changes, it will show as a minus. If you do changes in your environment, it will show as a tilde, where you are changing here. Okay. Now I'm okay with that change. Let me apply it. What will happen? It's a very interesting here. While doing the practical work, right? It's very interesting. First to 1 hour, right? It's a theoretical one, so people are get bored. But if you know the basics, right? If you don't know the basics, you cannot understand. In interviews, right? Mostly the people will ask the concepts. That's what first one and a half hour I explained about theoretical. What is Terraform, workflow, why difference with the other IAS tools. Now, see, after is completed, one is changed. Okay. Now go to the VM. You can see the changes happened. Terraform VM.
Yeah. So Ravi, you said like it's an immutable, right? Can you explain that?
Yeah, that one only I explained. The infrastructure level changes, right? Infrastructure level changes, everything, the changing and building and versioning, everything will be changed by the Terraform. Whenever, if you want to change inside OS level or a new release come from your application, if you want to deploy, that time you have to go with the one more server, one more environment. Okay, we'll rebuild the infrastructure. It's called the immutable one. Okay,
Is
immutable
it
means
Ravi, like right now that in that whatever the instance is there with the Linux, so if it has to have with Ubuntu, then will not be changing, or we can change that
yeah,
OS.
no, the voice won't be changed here. The voice won't be changed. Again, we need to create one more instance. Okay.
Okay.
The AMI is right. If you change it to AMI, again it will create a new resource. See in code, right? The AMI is the OS only. Here I choose the AMI of the Amazon Linux. Okay. Change it AMI here. My code. This someone, yeah, here. If I want to use the AMI other one, right? Definitely one more server will be created. You can see that one also. Okay.
Like somebody speaking, can
Yeah,
you?
let me mute it. Sorry. Now let me destroy again. One more in our workflow. What is the pending? Destroy. We have completed. We'll apply. Now you can see the in folder. You can see the Terraform state file. Okay. Whenever you change, right, that is it's a backup one. See, I have changed. What I have changed? The tags one. Okay. The tag I changed. Once I changed the tag, after applied it, the previous Terraform state file, right, it will go as a backup. The new Terraform state file has the latest changes. This is called, we call it as a versioning. If something goes wrong, we can take backup from your backup file, your infrastructure. Did you got it right? Get it right? Did you understand, guys?
Yeah.
Earlier, we have only one TF state file. Whenever you do changes, right? Whenever you do changes, once you applied, then the backup file is created. Previous Terraform state file will go to the backup. The new Terraform state file is created with the changes. If you open this one, see, if you open this one, you can see the tags. See, tags Terraform with the latest one. See, but if you open this one, this guy, this backup file, Control F, tags, C. What it will have? I use it to VM. Okay, that means Terraform will manage the versioning also. Okay, guys, did you understand?
Yeah. Can you show an example of not immutable, which we can't do?
Yeah, as I said, right, if in real time, right, every day new builds will come, new releases will come, your application, right? That time if you want to deploy, right, generally we go with the Mutable, Ansible Church of update on existing infrastructure. But if you want to deploy that, you don't want to upgrade. If you want to deploy, we need to create one more environment that is called a immutable one.
Release means like OS
Really,
update.
code, yeah, code. Not this is infrastructure. Yeah, code means release means code. Your application, the developer develops the code, right? Once develops the code, the build tool will build the code. It will package it. Okay.
Yes.
In your mobiles, right? In your mobiles, you will get the updates, right? Patch updates. Sometimes you have to upgrade it, right?
Yes.
You will get the updates, right? Updates. Same way, the packages also, applications also, with the new, whenever new feature is added, they will release a new version. Here, right, in AWS only, see, in Terraform only, you can see this is the 4.2 version. Next, if some changes, some services comes in AWS, right, again they will add that binder into the Terraform version. Then they will release 4.42. Okay. Correct. If you want to deploy on same environment, you can upgrade it. If you want to upgrade it, right, that time you have to go with the Mutable one, and like Ansible, Chef, Puppet. Okay, those tools will update your software versions. If you want to deploy new version on another environment, that time you have to create one more environment. That environment will be done by the Terraform. That is called as immutable one.
Okay, so if then in that case, right? I mean, if my project, okay,
That's what. Yeah, understand. Well, simple logic to release the projects, all these things, right? Software once infrastructure is created, once that release the projects and whatever new versions, right? Those things will be managed by the configuration management tools. The infrastructure provisioning or creation will be managed by the IAS tools like Terraform, CloudFormation, or Azure ARMs, these things.
Okay, so okay, if our upgrade means we can manage through Ansible.
Yes, software upgradations, configuration changes, OS level, whatever work you do on OS level, right? Once a server is created, once setup is ready, after that, you need to, okay, you need to do some configuration to deploy or to host your applications, right? Those things will be managed by the configuration management tools.
Okay.
Provisioning infrastructure managed by the IAS tools. Okay. Now, let me, one step is pending, that is Terraform destroy. Terraform destroy. Once destroy is applied, right? Once you are okay with the destroy, you have to approve. Value, yes. Once you have done this one, right? Automatically state file will be removed from your infrastructure. You can see. Now see. The state file information will be removed from this file. Now you can see this guy state file, right? There's a lot of information here. Once the deploy is this done, once completed, resource is completely destroyed. Now we can go to that directory. Yeah, notepad only, you can see. See, nothing is there. Complete information about that infrastructure is removed from the state file as well as your AWS account. Now it's two running, right? We destroyed it. Let me refresh. Only one. You got it right, guys?
Yes.
This is it's a basic one, yeah, guys. But in real time, it's not simple like that. If you want to host your applications, right, and any cloud or any environment, we need to use a lot of resources, not only EC2 instances. We have to use the databases. We have to use the CloudWatch metrics. We have to load balancers, auto scaling, domain setup, Route 53, everything, everything. Security policies, IAM users. What I have created IAM user through manually right here. Sorry, I have created, right? You can create IAM user. Any resource you can create through the Terraform. See, IAM identity management. Here, resource type. I wanted to create the user. So go IAM user. Simple, guys, but here we need to understand the language. See, name, IAM user, any name you can give. I can give the here. See, one more here you can give this one. Okay, Terraform, any name you can give, it will be created the user. Same way, anything, SAML providers, anything, CloudWatch logs. If you want to store logs of your application in central dashboard, CloudWatch service, you can store it like this. Anything and can create. But here we need to focus on how to create the learning SQL language, Terraform language. This is the main, guys. If you know Terraform language, you can create infrastructure. In DevOps training, right? I will cover all this. What is the files? Okay. What is the overview of language? It will support what is the syntax. It will support JSON also, but the file should be extension should be okay. The file extension should be like that. It would be .json. For example, I have created earlier example .tf, right? The extension should be tf, right? So if you write your code in, I have written my code in the SQL language. Okay, I have written my code in the SQL language. So the extension should be .tf. If you are familiar with the JSON, okay, if you write your code into the JSON, the extension should be example. My file name is example JSON.tf. Okay, but it's easy. SQL is easy, better than JSON. Okay. This is syntax, how to create the resources. Okay. What is the data sources? Where you use the data source? Data source block will be used. For example, any resource in AWS, I have created Terraform user in manually. This Terraform user value, that user value, I want to use in my Terraform code somewhere. That time, how do you fetch that user details to your Terraform code? This data source block will help you. Providers, okay? Providers we discuss, only we work with single provider. But if you want to create infrastructure on different regions at a time, how do you create it? If you want to create multiple providers, same infrastructure, same code only, I want to create Azure instance one and AWS instance one. How do you manage multiple providers? These things you should know. See provider documentations, how to use different. All these things I will explain. Okay, configurations. Google, you can see Google. Multiple, if you use multiple providers, right, you have to set the alias. How do you set alias? How to use alias in the resource while creating the resource, right? You need to tell, right, which provider they have to use. Here we need to mention in resource. For example, if you want this provider, we have to give alias. Here we need to mention. Okay. How do you manage multiple providers? Okay, dependency log file. Already explained what is the dependency log file. Okay, then variables. It's a very important, guys. Input variables. That means in code, I passed the value hard coded. Here I hard coded the value, but in real time you won't hard code any value. We have to parameterize. We have to parameterize the values. Okay. So for that, how do you do it? We will use the variables.tf files. From variables.tf files, we will call the variable. Like we'll create one more file here. Okay. Variables.tf. Okay. See. Variable, what you call it here, my AMI. Okay, my AMI. Default is the what value you are passing here. C. Okay. Here I am storing in separate file. Okay. Now I have saved it. Okay. Now here you have to pass the variable. Same way we can pass any value. Just I'm showing sample one, guys. Same way you can pass any value. You can pass the any value. Where dot my AMI. You can see earlier versions, right? How they pass, right? Earlier versions, Terraform before one release, right? Latest release is the 1.1.3. Before 0.15, before one, how do you how to pass the variable, right? We have to pass like this. We have to give the dollar, okay? Then we have to give the curly braces. Then we have to here this one also it will work, but this is very so this is complex, right? So they simplified with the latest versions, right? They have removed. Now this one will work. So right, yeah.
VAR is from
Where dot my AMI. What local name you have given right here?
Yeah.
That local name you have to pass, guy.
Correct. Okay. So
Okay.
what is
That is the variable.
Okay, variable. Okay.
Yeah. Now save it. Now I didn't pass my value, AMI value here. Okay. Now let me run Terraform plan. Same infrastructure will be created. Nothing will be changed. The thing only we didn't hard code the values. We pass the values through variables.tf file. See, one resource is going to create. Okay. If you do practical, right, you guys also will get more anxiety and will get more knowledge, guys. When you do practical only. Once you OS. Now you can see the state file again. It will have the information. Now still is creating. Okay, resource is added. You can see in console. One more again, refresh it. One more server is created. Terraform VM is created. You can see. Okay. Now again, check the Terraform state file information. See. You can see. Now let me destroy this one. Okay. Terraform destroy. Now I want command line only. I want to give approve. So auto approve. What I have given wrong? Here command is wrong. Okay. Not it's a hyphen. It's a hyphen not off. Where command I have run wrong?
Approve.
Sorry.
APP. APP. I mean spelling
Okay.
Double P.
Okay.
Yeah.
Spelling mistake.
1 minute. Let me clear this one. This one. Okay, it's destroyed. You can see the information is gone. F type file. Okay. Here also, if you go see, the instance also will be gone. Same code, guys. Now we can see same code I have shared to you. Okay. I have shared to you. You can also create the infrastructure on your cloud. Just you will change your access key ID and secret key ID, your region, wherever you want. The code won't be changed. Okay.
Okay.
This is the benefit here. For example, if it's a large environment, we will create lot of services. We'll create lot of services. If you create a lot of services, right? Just if you want to create your, if I share my code to you, complete infrastructure environment, you can just by using Terraform init and plan and apply command, the entire infrastructure setup will be done on your account also. Otherwise, you need to do it manually, all these things. You got the benefit, right? By using Terraform. If you code your infrastructure wherever you want, you can use it. Okay, guys. Inputs file, how to use, I told you, right? Output also, same thing. For example, if you want to take output from here, the infrastructure is created and the values are multiple values are created ID. If you want to bring this ID, if you want to, then we'll use the output.tf files. Output value will store. Okay, many things, guys. Each thing is only input variables, right? Variables concept we will talk about 1 hour. Different variables, list, map, conditions, okay, tuples, booleans, strings, all these things. Okay, local values, how to pass it. Modules. Module concept is very important in Terraform. Okay, module is the reusable code. Okay, how do you create the modules? How do you call one service from one resource from another one module from another module? These are the very important, guys. Okay, then expressions, different expressions, how do you use in your code? Okay, types of expressions. Okay, for conditions, for each conditions, plot expressions, dynamic blocks means whenever you want to reiterate same code multiple times, that time will go to the dynamic blocks. For example, you want to open multiple ports in your, here, if I want to open multiple ports in this security group, okay, how many times you reiterated same code? Okay, that time will go with the dynamic blocks. Okay, custom condition checks, how to pass it. Okay, life cycle, how to do it, functions, different functions, numeric functions, how to use it, collection functions, encoding functions for your code. In real time, it's not this much simple here. We don't just create the instance. We'll create lot of services to host your applications. The servers only will create lot of services to host your application properly. Okay, this many functions we need to use it, Terraform settings, state file, all these things we'll discuss in coming DevOps training year. Okay,
So in the DevOps, what are the areas you are going to cover?
in DevOps, right, end to end, as I have given roadmap, right? First we have 15 tools here, most used tools in DevOps. DevOps is nothing but it's not a tool. Okay, it's a cultural approach. How to simplify your delivery process, how to as release your application to the client with very speed. The DevOps process we will. DevOps is nothing but a dev plus operations, development plus operations. Once development is okay, once development team is ready with their code, right? The DevOps team will take that code, then deploy the code on environments. The environment creations, everything will be done by the DevOps team. The CI/CD pipelines, We'll talk about the in DevOps training, right? We'll talk about the GitHub. Okay, we'll talk about the Jenkins CI/CD pipelines. Then build tool Maven. We'll talk about the code analysis, static code analysis tool, Sonar. Then we will talk about the Nexus or JFrog to keep the packages. Okay, repository. Okay, then we'll talk about the Terraform infrastructure provision. Then we'll talk about the Ansible. Once infrastructure is ready, we need to ready the environment for deploying your environment, right? We need to do some configurations. We need to do application dependencies we need to install. So configuration management like Ansible. We'll talk about the Ansible. Okay, then containerization. Coming to the container, nowadays every organization moving to the microservices deployment, they are going with the containerization. So we'll talk about the Docker. How do you manage thousands of containers are there, thousands of, how do you orchestrate your complete containers? We'll talk about the Kubernetes. Okay, once setup is done, where do you store your logs of applications? Okay, different services. We'll talk about the ELK, Prometheus, Grafana, Matrix. How do you monitor your applications, complete my applications? We talk about these things. All these things we'll talk. That too, need to know the basic Linux commands before going to this DevOps course. We need to learn the basic Linux commands. Okay, we'll talk about the Linux OS. Then we'll talk about the cloud. One of the cloud you should know. So we'll talk about the AWS. In AWS, we have majorly 8 services you should know as a DevOps engineer. Those major services we will cover. What is the EC2? What is the IAM? What is the VPC? Networking. If you want to create any resource, we need to have the networking. Okay, so we'll talk about the networking. What is the VPC? What is the subnet? What is the public subnets, private subnets? Where do you use the public? Where do you use private subnets? What is the routing table? How do you give internet to the private subnets? All these things we'll talk about it. Okay. Then we will talk about the cloud formation. We will talk about the more important RDS database. Okay. Okay. If you host your application or EC2 instance, we will get one public domain. But end user, we won't give this domain or something, right? Every application, we have the separate domain. For example, if you go Ashok IT, our website only, we have the Ashok IT is our domain. Okay, Ashok IT but this website is deployed on the one of the VM only. How to map this VM to the domain? Okay, the Route 50 things. We'll talk about many things. What are the required services to know? Lambdas. We'll talk about all these services in cloud. We almost will cover 12 to 15 tools in DevOps, guys, in coming section. Guys, in this section, just I explained about the Terraform and basic EC2 creations. But in Terraform section, we'll talk all this, what I have shown, right? We'll talk about all those things. Okay, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this section. If you have any doubts, right, please rise.
Whenever I suggest to access key and secret key, any other way to give this?
Yeah, we have 4 ways to pass your access keys. Directly, we won't pass like this, guys.
Yeah.
In real time, right, we won't pass keys like this. Okay. We have to use the AWS configure command. Okay. AWS configure. Okay. Access key ID. Which access key ID we use? We have to use this access key ID. Control. Okay. Enter. Now secret key ID. Default region AP. I'm going to use AP. Which one, guys? AP South one. AP South one, right? Default format, take it. Now I have configured my credentials as a system variable. Okay, it's through the AWS command line. Okay, now go to the code. Just remove this, guys. Okay, now also it will work. Okay, but if you do any changes in provider level, provider block level, that time you need to run the Terraform initialization command, Terraform init command. Whenever you do any changes in the provider level, you have to run the Terraform init command. Now the initialization again, it's completed. The connection is established through the, when you done the Terraform CLI command, AWS config, right? One file here in C programs, program files are somewhere. .aws will be created. .aws will be created. In the file, in that file, the credentials will be there. We don't pass credentials in our code. Okay. We didn't pass any credentials in our code. Now let me run the Terraform plant command. Example.conf provider AWS, why it's not authorization invalid. Now it's not authorized properly. Guys, a minute, guys. Let me save it. Save. Now again, let me run the init command. Okay. Let me example line one. All day address. It's there.
So we need to remove region.
No need, no need. It's nothing to remove. Regions, it's our specifications. If you remove also, we need to give the region where you want to create your resource. Okay. Somewhere AWS config level only, it's something. Okay. And fix that one. Actually. Default, we no need to give profile default because code is saved here and same code only. AWS is not great. It's great. That AWS folder will be created, guys, once AWS config is done. Okay, 2 ways, guys. Okay, you need to ramp up rep class. Okay, this is the way, guys. Generally, if you want to store, right, you no need to pass. Okay, if you create the credentials like separate, for example, AWS config, right? Here, already its key is there. If you want to change it, you can change it. So wrong key I have used. Okay. Here, if you go with the default one, right, you no need to mention in your code, guys. Later section, I will tell you. If you mention separate profile, if you have multiple credentials of your AWS accounts, if you want to store it in your locally, multiple credentials, that time, right, we will go with the -- profile. Okay. Terraform or else any name you can give it. N number of files you can create it.
Profile is
Profile
writing.
Yeah. See, again you need to pass one more access key ID, one more secret key ID. This is the way we can create multiple. But how do you manage here code level? Whatever the credentials you want, that credentials here you need to give the profile, then you have to give the name. Here I want to give the Ravi. Default one you no need to give, automatically it will take. If you want to create another profile, right, that profile you have to give it. Okay. Otherwise, that in big organizations, right, they are going with the federated rules, not this one. That time, how to use your credentials? That time you will use the assume rule here. We can pass the credentials in different ways here. Okay. Best way is this one, profile way. We have to store the credentials locally with some profile. That profile we need to pass the code. Same code if you give to someone also, they cannot create. They will get the access because the credentials, access key ID, secret key ID are not stored in their laptop. So they will get the authentication error. So again, they have to create for they have to create their own access key ID, secret key ID for their user. Then they have to store it locally. Then they have to they have to give their own name, their AWS account. Then they can create the infrastructure. Somewhere it's missed. The AWS folder where it's missed. I need to check it, guys. Okay. Generally, it has to work like this. Okay. You guys understand, right? Yeah, guys. It's almost 2.5 hours, 3 hours. Okay. Okay. Then bye. Bye, guys.
Thank you so much, sir.
Yeah, thank you, Ravi.
Yeah, thank you, guys. Yeah, really, I'm telling guys one more time. If you do it practical, right, we'll get more excited. We need to do when you're creating. If you see my work laptop, if you see my course, if it is not, it's my personal laptop. That's what the code is. In real time, lakhs of lines will write. Thousands of lines we need to write for our EKS cluster, right? See, Bastion server. I have right here for one module. If you open this one, see guys, open this code. See, this is my Bastion profile. See, you can see here how to pass lookup count. How I passed this many functions. You should know how to look up, how to eliminate element, how to use it, the functionality, the length.
Ravi, can you share content or syllabus for this one, this course?
Yeah, sure, definitely. In Ashok IT only in this.
Okay. Can you just share the URL here?
Yeah. The administration guy will share to you guys. Okay. All this. Okay.
Sir, I just have
So
one
here, what is the minimum requirement should be there to go with this thing?
Terraform or complete DevOps?
Okay. Terraform or else complete DevOps, I think.
Nothing here. If you want to, we will teach from basics. Okay. On every tool.
Yeah, right.
We teach from basics on every tool, right? No need to worry about your prerequisites. Okay. Okay. Any background is fine. you are working as a networking guy, whether you are working on a development. If you are working in development, if you have the DevOps knowledge, if you are familiar with, right, like, because you no need to worry about operations also. The development guy, you can only take care about operations also. What happened end-to-end flow, you know, you will know. Okay, so this is the way. Yeah, if you see other one also, if you see modules, this one EKS cluster, if you open, this much complexity will be there in real time. But if you know the SQL language, then you can write any type of code. Here, any value is not passed. Any value is not hard coded. Everything, it has to come through variable. In variables also, it's a very complex variable we used tagging standard. In tagging standard, right, we have different key values we store to the, we pass it to the tagging standard. In that tagging standard, I wanted to pick only one deployment key. I wanted to add, how to add it. Many things, okay? Many things. This is IAM policy creations. This is EKS node creations. Okay. Okay, guys. Okay, guys. Bye.
Sir, can you tell me, like, can we get a recording of this session?
Yeah, definitely. It's in YouTube, Ashok IT YouTube channel. Okay.
So, no issues. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah, thank you, sir.
Thank you so much.
In DevOps sections, right, we will do more. We don't we don't show the PPTs and these things directly. We do the practical, then only we have the more knowledge. Okay, thank you so much, guys.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, sir.
Thank you.